The Lantern of the Tidal Shrine, English Story Level 4. In the seaside village of Orinth, where cliffs rose sharply above crashing waves, stood a small shrine dedicated to the tide spirits. The villagers believed the spirits guided the sea's rhythm, ensuring fish migrated properly and storms stayed far from the coast. At the heart of the shrine hung an ancient lantern, said to hold the last flame of the first wave, a mystical ember that connected the world to the ocean's memory. Every month, the villagers held a ceremony to honor the spirits, and young Nira was always the first to arrive. She loved the sea more than anything. She knew every tide pool, every hidden cave, and every whisper in the wind that carried the scent of salt. Her grandmother, the shrine keeper, often told her stories about the lantern, saying it was a guardian flame that protected the village from the ocean's fury. One morning, as dawn spread soft orange light across the water, Nira noticed something terrifying. The lantern's flame had dimmed to a faint flicker, almost invisible. A cold shiver ran through her. If the flame went out completely, the tide spirits might withdraw their protection, leaving the village vulnerable to storms and unpredictable seas. Nira immediately ran to her grandmother, who examined the lantern with trembling hands. She explained that the flame would only weaken for one reason. The tidal shrine's pact with the ocean had been disturbed. A spirit was in pain. To restore the flame, someone needed to journey to the Heart Reef, a dangerous formation far from the coast where the spirits dwelled. Determined to save her village, Nira volunteered. Despite her grandmother's warnings, she set out on a small boat at sunrise. The sea seemed restless, waves rising higher than usual. As she neared the Heart Reef, the water glowed faintly beneath her boat. Strange currents pulled at her, guiding her toward a massive coral archway. Passing through the archway, Nira entered a hidden lagoon. The water here shimmered with ethereal blue light, and at the center floated a wounded tide spirit. Its form shifted like liquid silver, but deep cracks glowed along its body. Nira's heart ached at the sight. She approached cautiously, speaking softly as she had been taught. The spirit revealed that a dark force had been growing in the deep trenches, an ancient hunger known as the Abyssal Maw. It fed on the ocean's memories, consuming the emotions carried by tides. The Maw had struck the spirit, trying to sever the pact between land and sea. Unless the wound was healed and the pact restored, the Maw would grow powerful enough to swallow the coastline. Nira knew she had to act quickly. She reached into her satchel and pulled out a small vial containing lighthouse oil, a gift from her grandmother. Mixed with the lantern's magic, it glowed faintly. Nira knelt beside the injured spirit and gently poured the oil over the glowing cracks. The water rippled, the lagoon brightened. Slowly, the cracks sealed, replaced by soft waves of shimmering light. But the ocean trembled as the Abyssal Maw sensed its prey slipping away. A dark whirlpool formed near the reef, pulling violently. Nira grabbed the spirit's hand, or whatever resembled a hand, and together they swam toward the lagoon's center. The spirit summoned ancient currents, pushing back against the Maw's pull. Nira realized she could help. She lifted her lantern, now glowing brightly with the spirit's renewed strength, and held it high. The flame grew, shimmering like a miniature sun. Its light struck the whirlpool, forcing the Maw to retreat into the deep. The water steadied. The threat faded. The tide spirit, restored and grateful, blessed the lantern with a stronger flame than ever before. It told Nira that her courage had renewed the pact between Orinth and the sea. As she returned to the village, the waves calmed, sparkling in shades she had never seen. When Nira hung the lantern back in the shrine, its flame burned bright and steady, casting warm light over the entire village. From that day on, the villagers spoke of Nira as the girl who saved the tides, brave, gentle, and forever connected to the spirit of the sea.